Hey everybody, welcome to Musical Reviews with Mr. B. This video is a little different. It's not quite a review, but during our times of not being able to meet together, I'm going to give you some instructions on using smart music. Smart music is going to be helpful for us because it's going to give you some real-time feedback on how well you're playing examples from your book. I'll explain what that means more in just a little bit. We haven't used smart music before now because it is something that must be paid for by students. So it's not something that we've taken advantage of. However, during our time of school closure, the Smart Music Company has made this available for free while schools are closed to students. So I'd like to walk you through some of the benefits of it and how best to use it. We're going to talk about logging in and using smart music. We talked in a different video about using SI Online, which is a website that allows you through your method book, your lesson book, to hear the background music that goes along with the music that you play from your book. A further benefit that smart music has is that you not only can hear it, but you can see the music on the screen as well, and it will help you know how well you're playing it. Let's get into the basics of getting logged on. Through Google Classroom, I have sent you a link to this web page and a class code. You will need both of those things to get started. Using smart music is optional. You don't have to do that, although I think it would be very helpful for you, so I'd encourage you to do that. Once you get to this page, you're going to click here, Log In. It's going to move you to a page that's going to ask you to choose between the new smart music and the classic smart music, and you will choose, please, new smart music. Okay, that would be the block on the right. That will bring you to a page that asks you about logging on. If you look down here towards the bottom of that white square, there's a place that says, I'm a student, I need to join a class. I'd like you to click that first, and that will bring you to this screen, the Join a Class screen. You will type in your email here, and then down in the second box, you will type in the class code that I have given you through Google Classroom. And then you will click here on Find Your Class. As long as you've typed those things in correctly, you'll see down here that you are joining, here's an example, Mr. B's First Year Strings with Mr. Busselitz. Your class, if you're not a first-year string player, will say something different, but it will say with Mr. Busselitz. So you'll know that you can confirm that that is the correct course, and then click Join this class. At this point, they want you to set up your account with Smart Music. Again, it is free to you during school closure. You will not be asked to give any credit card information or anything. It's totally free. First thing they're going to ask you is what country you live in. Once you choose United States of America, then the red area will come down. It won't be red on your screen. The rest of that will come down, and you can fill out your name, your email, and they're going to ask you to create a username and a password. Okay? There are certain requirements as to what the password must include, so if your password is not sufficient, they'll give you instructions on that, but pick a username and password, and please write it down so that you can get back in again on following days, not have to go through the hassle of getting a new password. I haven't tried that with Smart Music, not sure how easy or difficult it is, so please write your username and password down and keep it in a safe place. Maybe you can keep it with your folder right now. Then you choose your primary instrument, the instrument you're taking lessons with, and then after you read the terms and conditions, you will check that box to the left of that and then click Submit. Okay, and that will bring you, after a little bit of thinking and working out, it will bring you to a page that looks like this. You'll see assignments due, recently graded assignments. We won't be worrying really much about those things, certainly not in the short term, but I want to direct your attention here to method books. You can get started right away and move at your own pace by clicking on that method book document right there, and that'll bring you to a screen that lists all the method books, the many hundreds of method books and lesson books that are out there for students to use. Here's how to find the one that we use. If you click on that search content by keyword search bar towards the top, I'm going to make it bigger so we can see it, and then type in there Sound Innovations. That's the name of your book. So just if you forget how to spell that, just look at the front of your book. It's written there, Sound Innovations. You don't have to write the whole title. Just do that, and then click over here on the search icon, and then it will list for you all of Sound Innovations books. You're going to notice these two. If you are a band student of mine, you will choose Sound Innovations for Concert Band. Okay? Careful, not book 2, the one that says only Sound Innovations for Concert Band. If you are a string student of mine, you're going to click Sound Innovations for String Orchestra. Okay, band students choose Sound Innovations for Concert Band. String students choose Sound Innovations for String Orchestra. Now I'm going to take you live onto the site to let you know how things work after that. I'm going to, for example's sake, choose String Orchestra right now. So when I click on that, you'll notice it expands, shows a picture of your book, the name of the book. And then over here it has a box that says Open. So I'm going to click on Open. And what that will do is just double check some information for me. It's going to confirm that I'm a violin, right? And so you told it already when you registered what instrument you play, so that should come up for you. And then movement is really just asking you what number from the book do you want to play. So I'm going to click on it, and I can do one of two things. I can scroll down to a number that I want to pick, or I can type in, click on the box there, the search box, type in the number, and there it shows it to me, and I can just click on it and then open. It'll do some thinking, and then it shows me the music for number 14. There it is, down, down. All right, this page has some things we want to pay attention to. We won't get to everything. The video would be an hour and a half long, but the very important things here, first of all, is the number of the song that you're performing here. I can always change what song I want to use and practice by clicking and scrolling through that list. Put my mouse over the list and scroll up or down. Or like I did before, I can always type in a number, and then it will bring that number up for me, and I can click on that number and go straight to that song. Okay, so there is Good King Wenceslas. All right, I'm just going to go back to number 14 here. Down, down. All right. Above the name of the song, you're going to see your controls for playing and recording. The green triangle is your play button. When you click that button, it will count off, just like we do before we practice. Since this piece is in 4/4, it's going to count off 4 beats for you. Here's an example. I'll click play. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the music begins. You just follow the blue line as it goes across and play along with it. Okay? And then when the song's over, it will stop on its own. Okay? Now, another thing that you can do here is change the speed of the song. All right? Over here is the tempo. When I put my cursor over this number on the left, that's my tempo. That's my metronome setting, 80 beats per minute. Let's say, oh, gee, I'm having trouble with this one and I want to slow it down. Now, I'm going to slow it down. I think a good idea is to slow it down 5 clicks at a time. So minus will make it lower and slower. 3, 4, 5. So I changed it to 75. And then you can play it again at that slower tempo. Okay, and as you progress in your playing of any number, you can always speed that metronome up and try it a little faster. Okay, I'm going to make it way too slow here right now, just to give you the idea that when it counts off, now it's much slower. Okay, so that's very slow, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to go back over here to the tempo, and to reset it back to what it was originally, I can just click this reset button here, and it will take it back to 80. All right, so that's playing. Notice here in the play area you have a record button. When you click that record button, it's going to let you, as long as your device has a microphone feature, play along with that music, and then your device will listen to you and give you feedback on how well you played. All right, so I'm going to click this record button here, and I want you to notice it gives me this select assessment type, and it wants to check my microphone. So I'm going to use my microphone, and I'm going to leave this one checked, melodic through microphone. And I'm going to click this button, select this mode and device. Boom. Now, it wants to prepare to record and wants me to test my microphone to make sure that it works. Once you click test your microphone, you must be absolutely quiet. Your device will play a sound and then see if your microphone hears it. So let's do this, but you got to be absolutely quiet. It played the sound, the microphone heard it. Now it says we're all set to go. You can click start. Now when I click start, it's going to go into record mode and it's going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to sing along with this. Now you're going to notice I'm going to sing some wrong notes purposefully here so that you can see how the assessment of your playing works. Let's check it out. It's going to count off for me now. 1, 2, 3. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so there's a lot of information here. Green notes say you sang the right note at the right time. Fantastic. Or you rested it at the right time. Yellow notes mean, yeah, it was okay, but there was something not exact about it. You performed the correct note, but maybe it was a little too late. It wasn't exactly on the beat, or it was a little bit off and your finger was just not in the correct spot if you're a string player. Red notes are, that note was pretty far off, enough off to say that wasn't the correct note. Okay, so green means good. You played the correct note at the correct time. Yellow means, you played the correct note maybe at a little too late or a little too early, or it was just a little off. And red means, check that and fix it. It was the wrong note. Now you notice I sang some wrong notes purposefully just so you could see how the red, the green, and the yellow works. Now, practice those portions. Fix them up. Get it all worked out, and then you can try recording again. I'll try that again, see how well I do. It's going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Na, 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 na. Okay, I did better that time, didn't I? Still had 2 notes that I need to fix. But look at all that green. Much better that time. So even though we're not meeting together with lessons, you can get some feedback through this program on how well you're playing. Okay, so you can go back and work on these 2 notes and figure these 2 notes out and fix it and try it again. The last button I want to show you here in the playing area is this will allow you to hear your performance. Okay, so that's a useful feature as well. And when you think, hey, I did that one well enough, I think I'm ready to go on, you can click here to go to the next one. Or notice you have an arrow to the left to go backwards 1 song, or an arrow to the right to go forward 1 song. That'll take us to song number 15, Climbing, Climbing. All right, that's some basic usages of the user interface for smart music, and hopefully that's helpful to you. If you have any questions or you're not sure about some things or you have trouble logging in, contact me through Google Classroom and I'll do the best I can to get you up and running.